Spider-Man! Take it away!
Spider-Man does whatever a Spider-Man does. Hey guys. Okay, so ow.
Oh, sorry.
First off, we do not condone violence. Don't do what we do, okay?
No.
I know we have kids watching. Kids, no.
Anyway,
No.
as you guys probably figured out, we are doing the spoiler-free review for Spider-Man Far From Home today. All right, initial thoughts. Go. I thought it was really a great movie, especially following a massive movie like Endgame.
Good Lord.
They
mercy.
did a great job for following such a big movie. See, a lot of times when movies follow another movie that has been astronomically popularized and is massive, it's hard to do a good movie following something like that. But Spider-Man Far From Home hit it well.
It was so good. Halfway through the movie, he looks at his watch and goes, It's only been an hour. It's not over yet. And we thought it was almost over.
Yeah.
And then, so halfway through, you're thinking it's done. You think it's great. We're, woohoo, home free.
Oh, yeah.
No, you ain't home free yet.
And
you got a lot to go.
Oh, let me tell you. Holy cow. Okay, so
They, honest to goodness, could have put an intermission in, and it would have fit.
Whatever.
It's not long enough of a movie to have an intermission, but it literally, it was perfect. You think the movie's over, you're done, it's grand, it was already great, but then it's oh.
It was a really good movie,
Yeah.
especially following Endgame. Fantastic follow-up to Endgame.
The graphics, man. I never talk about graphics.
Okay, now
but
there were a couple scenes where it almost looked like it was from
cartoon.
An old movie. It was kind of poor CGI here and there, but otherwise really good all around.
I'm really picky about my fight scenes, but one of the fight, I'm not gonna say which one, but one of the fight scenes in this movie is now my all-time favorite just because of how they did it. Oh my gosh.
I will say it is.
Tom Holland did an amazing job.
Stop fangirling over that man, because Zendaya did an amazing job.
You don't even like Zendaya.
I do like Zendaya. She's awesome. She was pretty hardcore as MJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Normally, MJ is not that hardcore.
Yes, she is.
No.
In the old movies.
She was
I thought
not
you were talking
hardcore
about.
at
I thought you
all.
were talking about this new set. I was like,
no.
She's
No.
hardcore.
She's all this MJ is hardcore, and I like the change of pace with her. They did a lot. They did fantastic with her. Okay, and so anyway, a little bit about the characters. Spider-Man himself. This was a very awesome. He's coming to terms with who he is as a superhero overall.
Wait.
What?
I'm kind of glad I have one of these places now.
Okay, don't say anything.
I'm not saying
Okay,
anything.
so he
But
comes
this
to
is all I have
terms.
to say.
He comes to terms with who he is as a superhero, and I think it's a fantastic story-driven movie
I
around.
don't think they're working today.
Stop. It's a very fantastic story-driven movie around Spider-Man himself. Now, supporting cast, fantastic. Ned, hilarious. Ned and I forgot his girlfriend's name, the blonde, whatever her name was. She fantastic, or not? They were funny. They were hilarious. MJ, awesome. Zendaya killed it in this movie. Just how she was. Aunt May, hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Happy Hogan, hilarious.
I love
Awesome.
Happy.
Now I will say, so you need to pay close attention to this movie. There is so many callbacks to the first Iron Man.
We didn't even.
There was one scene in particular. I sat there and I was like, "Let's go!"
And okay, to be honest, I am a huge Marvel fan. I know a lot. I know more than some girls, not all girls, because I got some homegirls that know their stuff. But even though he knows more than I do, there were things that I picked up on that I was like,
There were, near the end of the movie, that one scene.
"Ooh, girl, ooh."
I'm not a girl. Thank you very much.
I just.
Okay, so anyway, there was one scene.
There was one
oh
scene.
my gosh.
It's gonna get that scene.
You're like, if you are an Iron Man fan, you will get hyped.
You are so loud.
I know. You will get hyped for this scene if you're an Iron Man fan. So anyway,
Your head's out of the view.
what would you say? What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10.
Oh, actually, let me put it this way. Where would you rank it among your Marvel movies? Marvel MCU movies.
I would actually put it up there, closest Endgame and.
Well, what's your number
Marvel.
one right now?
Endgame.
Endgame's your number one.
I think so.
Marvel?
I did it last time.
Okay, so you put it up there close to them. So like.
The only reason why is because, I mean, it's a good movie and all, but I only do that just because it had to follow Endgame, and they did such a good job following Endgame, if that makes sense.
No, definitely. So, like, I would put it in my top 5. I'd say Endgame, Infinity War, Thor Ragnarok, Civil War, and then, actually 6, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Spider-Man Far From Home.
I'm so excited for Guardians of the Galaxy.
It was... So, all of those movies were fantastic, like, top-tier Marvel movies. I'd say Far From Home definitely was up there just because of the way it followed those movies. But I don't think it can beat those movies just because of how set they are.
Honestly,
Ragnarok was probably my favorite solo movie. Like, just solo MCU movie.
I can see
that is my favorite solo MCU movie. Now, was it better than Spider-Man Homecoming? Yes. Significantly better. Now, Spider-Man Homecoming was good, but I thought it was significantly better.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything about it. And your mind is going to be blown multiple different times throughout the movie. They're setting up for Phase 4 right now,
Those
and
two
it's
end
awesome.
scenes.
Oh, yeah, those two end scenes. We'll get to those in the spoiler video, don't worry. Out of 10?
I'd say 8, 8.5.
Okay. Yeah, I'd give it about 8. Solid 8.
We are kind of harsh.
We kind of are. I mean, I even gave Endgame like a 9.5.
I know.
Yeah. But anyway, I'd say an 8. Definitely an 8 out of 10. So, anyway, how did you feel about, I guess, we said, talk about the graphics, the music. Music good? Music was good. Okay.
I don't think it's Guardians of the Galaxy music.
Oh,
but
honey, nothing's
ever going to compare to that.
Nothing's ever going to beat that. How'd you feel about the antagonists without saying the antagonists? The story. How do you feel about the story?
Story was great. If we're talking about the antagonist, my face a minute ago explained my whole thoughts on him.
You mean they.
What?
You mean they.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, they.
There is they.
So, anyway, you have anything else to say that you can think of?
No.
No? So,
Oh,
yeah.
don't be lazy. Scroll down. Click. I need to figure out which side of the screen it's going to be on. I think it's... No. It's subscribe
No,
here.
it's here.
Like here.
No, I think it's up here.
And then there's a little bell. Click on that. So that we can tell you when we're having videos.
Yeah. So, anyway.
No, I did it wrong.
Anyway,
It's like I
guys.
did it
Bye, guys.